I'm back with another video. So today's video is really gonna be a story time. Um, I wasn't gonna do a story time. Well, I wasn't gonna do this story time just yet, but I was in Walmart and I got in my feelings, and I was like, let me just make a video. Make a video about it. So the story time is about me, my two kids, my two boys. Um, Hopefully I can get through this video without crying, because don't want to cry. Um, it's about my two boys and where they are right now at this moment. Okay, so let me start off by saying, if there are any young women, young moms, older moms who have been through miscarriage, stillborn, anything of the sort, my condolences are with you. And I want you to know you keep pushing. You don't give up. I know it's hard. Don't give up. And I'm pretty sure the same feelings I be having, y'all be having. So you're not alone. Okay. So, where should I start? I moved to Tampa in May of 2018. I moved to Tampa in May of 2018. I ended up getting pregnant, my first pregnancy. I ended up getting pregnant in June. I ended up getting pregnant in June. Let me start off by saying who I got pregnant by is who I lost my virginity to, and he is my husband. First love, my husband. Only person I ever slept with. But, I got pregnant in June. At first, I didn't believe it. Like, because it was my first time being pregnant, so I didn't believe it. And then my husband kept saying, you pregnant. And I was like, I ain't pregnant. You pregnant. And that's how I rolled the window down. And he just kept saying I was pregnant. I was like, I ain't pregnant. I was showing all the symptoms. My boobs were so sore to the touch. Oh my God. Like, if you accidentally bumped into me, it hurt so bad. And then, like, as days progressed, I was nauseated. And then I started craving, like, weird stuff. I was eating stuff like boiled eggs with hot sauce and crackers and hot dog. I was eating some weird shit. So I was like, okay, whatever. So I ended up taking the pregnancy test. The pregnancy test said that I wasn't pregnant. I took 2 more that said I wasn't pregnant, but I was too early for the HCG levels, for it to catch the HCG levels. So my period was supposed to come on. My period didn't come on. So then I ended up going to get a pregnancy test again, and it said that I was pregnant. At this time, I was still in, like, it's hot, y'all. At this time, I was still in disbelief. Like, I was just like, no, I ain't pregnant. Even though the thing said I was clearly pregnant, I was like, no, I ain't pregnant. So I was like, okay. So I set up all my appointments and all that, whatever. Long story short, I think I was 4 months when I miscarried. But let me tell y'all what happened. So this particular night, I had to go pee. I went to pee, and it felt like something was about to fall. It felt like something was about to come out my hoo-ha. And I didn't know what it was. It felt weird. And it just felt like a lot of pressure down there. So I just sat there for a minute trying to see, what was going on. So, So I was like, nah, something don't feel right. So I, um, I, 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 I I left out the bathroom. Hold on, y'all gotta turn on the air conditioner. Okay, so I walked out the bathroom, and um, when I walked out the bathroom, I went in the room and I told him, I was like, something ain't right. It feel like something about to fall out. And he was like, what you mean? And I was like, it feel like something about to fall out. So he took a look and he was like, well, I don't see nothing. And I was just like, okay. So I didn't think go to the hospital because I had an appointment the very next day that morning. So I woke up that morning, I went to go pee, and I felt the same feeling. And I ended up going to the appointment. When I got to the appointment, the lady who checked my vitals and stuff, I told her what was going on, and she was like, oh, that's normal, and blah, 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 blah. I was like, oh, okay. Well, when I went into the room to wait for my OB, I was sitting on the table, and I got uncomfortable, like out of nowhere, just weirdly uncomfortable. And then I got hot. And I asked my husband, I was like, you hot? And he was like, no. And I was like, okay. Well, I sat there for a little bit longer, and all of a sudden I got nauseated. So I was sitting there, and I felt myself gag. I gagged 2 times. The third time I stood up, walked to the trash can, and when I gagged that third time, all this liquid just started pouring out of my stuff. And I only threw up one time though. It was one big throw up, and that was it. And like, I thought I peed on myself. My husband thought I missed the trash can and threw up on the floor. So I didn't know what was going on. So my OB came in there, and he was like, did your water break? And I was like, I don't know. So what made me mad is that this OB didn't call the ambulance, didn't do anything. Instead, he made my husband drive me 25 minutes away to a hospital. Then told me, oh, well, when you get in the car, you'll probably pass everything anyway before you get to the hospital. Well, first of all, this is my first pregnancy. Second of all, why would you even say something like that? I was like, okay. So they ended up giving me all these pads that I had to put on because I guess because my water broke, it was still coming out. My husband ended up taking me to the hospital. And when I got in there, I explained everything that was going on, even though my OB had already explained everything. And they did an ultrasound, and my baby, he was flipped upside down head first. Well, to make a long story short, I was in the hospital September 17th. September 17th, around 11 o'clock at night, I started having real bad contractions. Like, them contractions hurt. I ain't even gonna lie. Them contractions hurt. So the nurse came in. She gave me some medicine through my IV. You know, they just kept me on medicines. And at this time, I was processing what was going on, but I wasn't processing what was going on. So doctors kept coming in talking about, well, you have this option or you have that option. And at this time, I didn't have my family down here. It was just me and my husband. So, you know, these nurses telling me this stuff, and I'm stressed out. My blood pressure was sky high. Then it'll drop real low. Then at a moment, I started shaking real bad. Like, I was shaking so bad I couldn't talk. I couldn't speak. I couldn't do nothing. And I kept asking the nurse, can you turn the air down? Can you turn the air down? And they were like, well, the air isn't on. It's kind of hot in here. So I don't know what my body was going through. Well, my husband went out to talk on the phone, And that's when I started having my contractions. They came in, they did an ultrasound, and whew, this ultrasound took longer than other ultrasounds because they were trying to find his heartbeat, but they couldn't. They kept finding mine. They didn't tell me anything. At this point, because they had gave me medicine through my IV, I really didn't feel the contraction pain. I felt the pressure. And I kept saying, something coming out, something coming out. And they called in all the nurses, and everybody was wheeling me to the delivery room. And as soon as I got in the delivery room, I had to pee. I peed, and he came out. That day was the worst feeling ever. Like, he came out, and the nurse asked me, did I want to hold him? I didn't give an answer because I wanted to, but I didn't want to because I knew he was gone, wasn't coming home with me, and I didn't want to get attached even more. At this moment, they had took me in the back. I had to get a surgery. That day made me feel like I was less of a woman because I couldn't carry my baby full term, and I couldn't give my husband his child. And what makes it even worse is he was born a day before my birthday. My birthday is September the 19th. He died September 18th. I have been through a lot of in my life, but that broke me down. I didn't cry in the hospital because I'm not really a crier. I didn't cry in the hospital at all. And I think the reason I didn't cry in the hospital was because reality hadn't kicked in with me. Like, I knew what happened and I knew what was going on, but reality had not kicked in. I didn't end up crying until we were 5 minutes away from my house, and my husband was dropping off my prescription to Walgreens, and I broke down because it's just like, I went through all the discomfort. I conquered so many things to even get to that point to get pregnant. And for me not to be able to carry my baby a full 9 months and bring my baby home, instead I endured all that whatever that word is. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I endured all that to have you taken away from me. I just felt like, what was the point? It sucked. So then I ended up getting pregnant again in December of 2018. This time I was so terrified. When I read the pregnancy test, I was so terrified. I didn't want to go through it again. I didn't want to experience it again. I didn't want to deal with it. None of that. Well, my husband, it was bittersweet. He was happy, but he was scared. Same with me. I found out I was pregnant with him. I changed my OB. Everything was going good. The doctors was like, oh, we don't see nothing wrong. You were healthy, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Well, to make this long story short, I carried him for 5 months. And I just knew that this time I was taking my baby home with me. The doctors told me, oh, you're fine, you're healthy, there's nothing wrong with you, you're this, you're that. So basically, y'all the doctors, I'm going based off what y'all telling me. Well, in March, Me and my husband went out to eat with some of his friends. And when we got home, I went to pee. And when I went to pee, I felt that pressure. But this time I said, we need to go. We need to go to the hospital now. I knew when I got to the hospital, everything was going to be okay. Everything was going to be okay. They're going to find out what's going on. Because, see, I was supposed to have a surgery done for me to carry full term the next day after all this happened. Because I have an incompetent cervix, meaning my cervix opens before it's supposed to, and it causes me to go into premature labor. So I was supposed to have this surgery done the day after all this happened. I go to the hospital. I'm excited. They gonna figure it out. You know, I might get the surgery done tonight. Whoop-de-woo. 5 months. I go to the hospital. They do the ultrasound, and they say, well, your placenta is ruptured. That crushed me. And I had to end up staying in the hospital overnight. At this moment, I really didn't know what to do. Because I was like, again? I have to go through this again? I thought my life was going great. Me and my husband, we engaged. We just bought us a nice bomb house. Everything finna be fine. No. Nope. I bought me a big car. I bought me a Chevrolet Equinox because I just knew I was finna have my son and I needed a bigger car. I had everything planned out. I had my baby's room set up. Everything. And I ended up he wasn't a miscarriage. He was actually born and stayed alive for 2 hours. And the thing that hurt me the most is I was so doped up on medicine. Those 2 hours that he was alive, I don't even remember. I got to hold him for all of 5 seconds because I guess my body went into shock, and I lost so much blood. I'm anemic, so I lost a lot of blood, and I was passing out, having pass out spells and everything. And I remember him coming out, and they said, "Oh, he has a heartbeat." And the nurse said, "Do you want to hold him?" And I was trying so hard to hold him. And I could only hold him for a couple of seconds. I remember going to sleep and waking up, and he was gone. And my husband says, "Well, he died in my hands, Tori." That day, I felt so dirty, so useless. Two times. You know, and a lot of people say, "Oh, well, maybe it wasn't your time," and this, that, and the third. And I hear that, and that's all fine, well, and dandy, but it hurts. I can't walk in the store, down a baby aisle, without getting in my feelings. When people come over my house with babies, I get in my feelings. Babies just get me in my feelings. Pregnant people get me in my feelings. It is so hard for me not to be in my feelings because it's something that I really, really, really want. I really want that. So that's really how I'm feeling. And my mindset now is I am I am terrified to get pregnant again, because going through it 2 times was enough. I don't want to go through it a third time. I really don't. So this month we're in September, and my first son, who was born September 18th, I'm doing a balloon release. On my birthday, I'm not sure. I just know that I'm going out to see Taylor Girls. They make my day. I love them. But my second son, Amir, me and my husband just went and got him cremated, so I have him home with me. So that gives me a sense of security, because he's home with me and I can see him. So that part I'm fine. But I just wanted to come over here and give a little story time, because I was at Walmart and passed the baby out and I didn't even get what I needed. But every day it'll get better. It'll get easier. I got a tattoo with my first son. I drew this, and I have to go and get I'm going to get a tattoo with my second son's name on me soon. But yeah. So I know this was a depressing video, and I'm sorry. I didn't want to make it too sad, because I don't really like being in my feelings or anything. But I hope y'all like this video. I want y'all to like, comment, and subscribe to me, please. Also, September 25th, I'm doing the $50 giveaway to 2 lucky winners. So make sure y'all tune into that. Make sure y'all do all the steps to enter, so y'all could become a y'all know the word. But I hope y'all enjoyed this video. If y'all have any questions, feel free to either DM me. And yeah. So hopefully I'll be seeing y'all with another video. Be sure y'all tune in now for this contest. $50 to 2 winners. Make sure y'all share. Free money. And I'll be going live as well when this day comes on September 25th. But anyway, I know I said it like 3 times, but make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. Leave y'all comments down below. I make sure I read them. And y'all leave me some either leave them down below or DM me some pranks I could do on my husband, because he ain't really scared of anything. So me scaring him is it's pointless, because he's not afraid of anything. And I really want to get him for doing that frog prank, knowing I don't like critters. But yeah, y'all leave me some comments or DM me some pranks I could do on my husband and my little brother. And also, I will be vlogging when I go to Georgia for the Taylor Girls and the YouTuber Plus concert, or whatever it's supposed to be. I will be vlogging that. Hopefully I get to meet them and take pictures. Y'all know I'm 5'11" and they short, so I'm gonna be a freaking giant. And I'll also be vlogging my birthday, September 19th. So make sure y'all tune in for that video too. But with that being said, I love y'all. Thank y'all for the support. Thank y'all for getting me to all these subscribers. I just thank y'all from the bottom of my heart. I'm gonna get me a camera, y'all, so my videos can be better quality. I promise I'm getting me a camera. I might be getting me a camera real soon. Other than that, I love y'all, and I'll see y'all with another video.